All English Podcast.
Have you ever looked at someone incredibly talented, a musician, an athlete, a genius, and thought, wow, they were just born that way? We often assume greatness is something you're born with. But what if I told you it's not? What if greatness is built slowly, quietly, through years of discipline, curiosity, and love for learning? Today, I want to tell you a story, not about luck or talent, but about intention, about the art of showing up every single day. This is the story of the Polgar Sisters, 3 girls from Hungary who became living proof that genius can be created. And along the way, we'll also look at a few others, people like Tiger Woods, Serena Williams, and Mozart, who, like the Polgars, mastered one simple but powerful rule. Discipline beats talent. Always. Let's go back to Budapest, Hungary, in the 1970s. There lived a man named Polgar, a psychologist and educator. He had a bold, even controversial belief that genius is not born, it's trained. Polgar believed that any child with the right environment, love, and discipline could reach extraordinary levels of performance in any field. To test his theory, he decided to raise his own children as an experiment. And so, he and his wife Clara chose a subject, chess. Not because they were chess players, they weren't, but because chess was a clear, measurable world. There were rankings, results, and undeniable proof of skill. Then came the 3 sisters, Susan, Sophia, and Judith Polgar. From the time they were toddlers, the Polgar home became a world of chess. They didn't see chess as pressure or punishment. It was play. Their father made it exciting, like a language, a puzzle, an art form. They studied at home, surrounded by books, chessboards, and curiosity. By age 4, they could beat adults. By age 10, they were competing internationally. By their teens, they were defeating grandmasters. And then came Judith Polgar, the youngest. By 15, she became the youngest grandmaster in history, breaking Bobby Fischer's record. Let that sink in for a second. The youngest grandmaster ever. And not because of genetics, but because of a system built on discipline, love, and focus. The Polgar sisters weren't forced. They were guided. They weren't told to become geniuses. They were taught to enjoy mastery. Their father once said, "A child has to be taught how to love learning." That's the real magic, and the world was shocked. People said, you can't make a genius. But the Polgars proved, maybe you can. So, what can we learn from the Polgar sisters? Let's break down what really made them great. It wasn't talent. It wasn't luck. It was discipline. But here's the twist. Discipline doesn't mean punishment or pressure. It means consistency plus love for the process. Modern psychology backs this up. Studies on high achievers show that talent is only about 10% of success. The other 90%? Habits, mindset, and the willingness to keep going when others stop. Think about it. You don't become fluent in a language by studying 1 hour a week. You do it by showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. That's what the Polgar sisters did. And that's what Tiger Woods did. He started swinging a golf club at age 2. His father wasn't pushing him, he was playing with him. It was joyful but structured. Same with Serena and Venus Williams. Their father trained them on public tennis courts in Compton. They didn't have fancy equipment, but they had a plan, a vision, and unstoppable consistency. Every great performer, artist, or athlete follows this formula. Small effort, repeated daily, creates massive results over time. You don't need to be extraordinary. You just need to keep showing up. And yes, it's not always fun. Discipline often feels boring. But boredom is not your enemy, it's your training partner. Because every time you push through that boredom, you build mental muscle. And that's what separates amateurs from masters. Let's look at a few others who embody this idea. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, one of the most famous composers in history. He started composing music at age 5, but what most people forget is that his father, Leopold, was a strict but loving teacher. Mozart practiced daily, for hours, for decades. By the time he was 21, he had already composed more than 300 works. That's not luck, that's devotion. Or take Leonardo da Vinci. He wasn't just a painter. He was an inventor, scientist, and thinker. He kept over 7,000 pages of notes, sketches, and questions about everything, from the flight of birds to the anatomy of humans. He never stopped learning. Discipline, you see, isn't about control. It's about curiosity. It's about saying, I want to understand this deeply, and then not giving up until you do. Even in modern life, look at Elon Musk, Marie Curie, or Malala Yousafzai. Different worlds, different goals, same rule. They show up, they keep learning, they keep refining. That's the secret formula. Talent may open the door, but discipline keeps you in the room. So, what does this mean for you? You might not be training to be a world champion, but maybe you're trying to learn English. Maybe you're building a YouTube channel. Maybe you're trying to change your habits, your mindset, or your life. The truth is, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Remember the Polgar Sisters. They didn't become grandmasters overnight. They just showed up every day, even when it was hard, even when it was boring, even when they failed. And because they showed up, they built something that most people only dream of, the habit of greatness. So the next time you don't feel like practicing, the next time you think it's too late, remember this: greatness isn't what you do once. It's what you do every single day when no one's watching. That's how you build mastery. That's how you rebuild yourself. And that's how ordinary people become extraordinary. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone who needs a little reminder today that they too can start small, stay consistent, and build something great. Until next time, keep learning, keep showing up, and keep growing.